Alright, hello guys, UnoPro here today with another Songhai video. This is one I'm very excited about because we will be playing Scientist's deck, his Songhai mid-range style deck. It's a deck I've always thought is very strong, but I've taken the time to, play it a bit on the ladder, rank up a bit with it, and try and learn the deck because it's a very high skill cap, but it has a ton of rewards, a lot of consistency. So we'll quickly go over the deck and some of the more interesting setups. So we have two ephemeral shrouds. The reasoning for this is just Vitruvian is so strong currently, and this card is very good against Vitruvian. Plus, you guys know, you play the game, you see how many Jaxies are running around, and it's a decent answer to Jaxie as well. So three Healing Mystics, 3 Jaxie, 3 Tuskball, and 3 Primus Fist. Lots of early game, and this list is it emulates the Scientist theory that he talks about, which is it's a very good theory, is the 2 and 4 theory. He doesn't like 3 drops because he takes the importance of taking the central tile, and you need cheap, really cheap spells like Saber Spine to, kind of play on curve with your odd mana cards. And also the idea that, on turn 1 you might want to play 1 2-drop or 2 2-drops, and then follow it up with another 2 2-drops or a 4-drop or whatever. It's just quite consistent. So the only 3 mana card we have is actually Cyclone Mask, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So we got of course the 3 Mask of Shadows. Then the 2 Artifact Hunters is a card that I've actually been surprised by how good it is. It adds a ton of consistency to the deck. You can draw a Cyclone Mask when you might be counting on Mask of Shadows, but that's quite a small chance. And Cyclone Mask is a pretty good card either way. And it allows you to really deal with Third Wish minions quite effectively at 6 mana, because good chance you have a juxtaposition hand, especially with Twilight Sorcerers, and then you just get a Mask of Shadows, put it behind your back, juxtaposition, and you've killed the minion for free, essentially. Apart from juxtaposition. So yeah, and late game of the deck is 3 Rejuvenators, 2 Silhouettes, 3 Twilights, 3 Keepers, and 2 Spiral Techniques. So this deck does use Keeper very well. Twilight Sorcerers are great bodies to get back. All of these 4 drops are great bodies to get back. Even the 2 drops are decent. As Keeper is always pretty decent. So it's a very strong deck. The matchup that there's clearly not winning in my opinion is probably Vitruvian. But I think it still probably has a bit of an edge. Just a little background on my rank. At 7 at the moment. Been hovering from about 6 to 15 is where I've been most of the time. Normally, higher, around 10 pretty much. Did peak at 6 the other day, but it is a little bit frustrating at times because you win like 1 rank a game or something, and then you lose to a diamond player and you lose a ton of ranks, and you got to build it all back up. And even going, I was like I think I was like maybe high teens or something, and I won like 20 out of 22 games, and I didn't get to rank 5. So it is hard, but it's definitely a grind kind of thing. And this is a deck that you can go on those massive win streaks for, and that's why I'm enjoying it so much. Okay, so Abyssium looks like. Alright, I think I'm going to go with this play, and then hit this, and then play Jaxie. No real point healing up this with Healing Mystic, because he has the artifact obviously, and it's only really good against Demonic Law. So we can block Mana Tile. Not a bad start at all. Okay. Alright, we could actually use our whole hand pretty easily here. And we'll clear both the board and get 1 charge off his artifact. So what we would do is we'd attack here. Then we'd inner focus the 1/1. I think I like it, because it guarantees the Jaxie will be safe. So what we want to do is make sure we kill off the Jaxie first. Yeah, we do want to start working away on that artifact. So hopefully not here. Okay. So we'll play this here. And let's actually play this out of reach. There's no reason to give him a free kill on it when we might be able to break it for cheap. So we are going to be a little bit low on cards, but this deck has some really nice ways to get back on cards, so I'm not really afraid too much of that, because Twilight Sorcerer, if you can just play if you're on 2 cards, this is why Twilight Sorcerer is so good. If you're on 2 cards on 4 mana, you play Twilight Sorcerer, you're still on 2 cards, and you draw 2 cards at the end of the turn. You're back to 4 cards, which is a good amount. It's just so good at being able to replenish your hand really well, which is definitely very relevant. Keeper, okay, that's good. I do want to play this on the mana tile. Yeah, we'll do it like this. We don't really want the Healing Mystic back, so we'll do it this way. Well, actually, I'd rather do it the other way. I want to make sure the Keeper's in range. But I do want to deny the mana tile. Awesome, Tusk Ball. Always a great card to have. Play a little bit around Grasp of Agony. Just a little bit. Okay, so we are a little bit low against what appears to be an aggro Abyssian, but we have healing in this deck, so. So I've used Inner Focus, so we could get an Inner Focus back. Or I could just hit here, mask, and then play. Play a Healing Mystic. But then I feel like I still want this. I think I'll just play on curve, play these two, and I'm gonna start caring about my health quite a lot. Yeah. So I will just Inner Focus and trade here. Let's actually do this like here and here, because I don't want to get Grasp of Agony. Now the question is, do I heal myself or heal one of my minions? I think I want to heal one of my minions. Otherwise, Grasp of Agony is a bit awkward to play around. And this allows me to run away. If I know I'm gonna have lots of minions, I don't need to be close to him. And if he's dealing with my minions, then Cyclone Mask will be a lot better. So I do like this play. And we don't actually know for sure that he is an aggro Abyssian. He could be some more mid-rangey stuff. Okay, that's all very fine. Pretty tempted just to play my hand out here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so we will equip. This will be pretty hard for him to deal with, I would imagine. Let's make sure we clear the board. Well, yeah, we want to play around Grasp of Agony a little bit, so we'll play this here. The 1 extra damage won't matter too much. Okay, so once we're getting low on cards, but this deck is fine with that, and we have a really strong board. So if it's Grasp of Agony, it's not the end of the world. Okay, Spectral Revenant. Okay. So we kind of have to hit this. We can't take another 4 damage voluntarily. Let's get rid of this then. Oh, that is that's lethal with. Okay, wait, yeah, that's lethal with the Spiral Technique. So let's get rid of this. Okay. I feel like I'm in a really nice position that I can afford to do that. Let's just play this here. we do run 2 spiral techniques, so it's fine to do that, and an extra Primus Fist on the board isn't going to really change too much. Okay, another Spectral Revenant. This time it should be lethal unless he has a Void Pulse, which would be very annoying. 6, 8, yeah. Alright, so pretty clean game there. We had control from the start, really. And this is, this is definitely a matchup where the Scientist deck will do a lot better than... Oh, well, rank 5, that's a new personal best. Always nice to get it on camera. It's, as I was saying, it's a matchup where the Scientist deck will do a lot better than, traditional aggro kind of Songhais that lack healing. They might run healing mystics like I do on my current aggro Songhais, but they don't run Emerald Rejuvenators a lot of the time, and they definitely haven't in the past much. I'm gonna get rid of this because we don't have a reliable 3-drop to go into the next turn, and then ideally I want to be going into a 5-drop the turn after that. If that makes sense. So the plan might be next turn, try and kill off the Tusk Ball ideally, or have it be killed off, and then we can play Keeper. Okay, so we need to block off. How do we do everything we want to do? Let's get rid of Artifact Hunter. Well, we need to make sure we can block him off from it. So we can go here, Tusk Ball. Well, yeah, we just trade the Jaxi and then we can play Tusk Ball here. And then Jaxi here. Yep. Okay. I don't really feel like I need to trade damage at this point. And trading here and here is effectively just doing a trading of the general hits, which I don't think I would actually do in this scenario. Nah, we're still going with the Keeper plan. Okay, a nice start once again. Okay. So I'm hoping, yep, we killed off the Tusk Ball, which means we have a 50-50 chance to get the Tusk Ball, most likely. Alright. Let's get rid of this first, always making sure to replace first. Let's move on here. Once again, moving the Jaxi and trading. Well, that's better value, but this is not really going to do much apart from ever trading for 2 damage now that's silenced. So I'm happy to preserve my health just because I can. Oh, I should not have done that first though. That was a mistake. I should have, okay, I got lucky there. I didn't deserve a Tusk Ball. Play around Grasp of Agony or stop him walking backwards. There's no way I can Mask of Shadows combo him next turn anyway, so might as well do what we can. I guess I could have also tried to make him go closer to my general. But I don't know if I necessarily want him to be closer to my general. Is he playing Silhouette of his own? What was that? Okay. Alright. Mask of Shadows would be good. I think I'm going to get rid of the Shroud. Doesn't really help me too much this turn. Okay, this is the way I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna keep my distance a bit. I want to block off this. And just gonna trade Tusk Ball and I think I just want to get a really strong board presence and then, slowly finish him off with Cyclone. No need to rush it. Okay. There was definitely a lot of ways I could have done this turn, but I prefer to have the 4-3 obviously than the Tusk Ball. Okay, Mask of Shadows is a card I really want at the moment. We have a ton of damage, 7. Oh, we're getting up there in damage. I think we just want to play Keeper. Yeah. Another Tusk Ball, very nice. Alright, we'll just trade in. Well, I don't want this to spawn here. Well, that's probably not the end of the world if it does. I still want to attack with the Tusk Ball. I wouldn't mind using the juxtaposition so the Tusk Ball returns to my hand. But how to use it? Actually, I like this juxtaposition here, take his Jaxi out of the way a little bit. Well, yeah, let's do that. We're doing this so that we only have 5 cards in hand and Tusk Ball has to be killed. It's not because we think it's a good value juxtaposition. And Jaxi training into it is not, it's fine. I'm completely fine with this. Okay, well, that's getting Cyclone Masked. I don't really feel like I need this. I think I want to actually trade in these, save my artifact a bit. So we can get prime positioning with it. Trade, move back, and hit. So that's how Cyclone Mask wins games a lot of the time, is that you're pushing your opponent back with minions, they're surrounded, they feel the need to run, and then you simply put your general back, now they're all the way on the other side of the field, and they can't reach you anymore. Okay, I actually think I want to get rid of this, because I have nice plays otherwise. So we can box him in. We can't, really. I'd prefer this than giving it to everything. Just so I can box him in nice. Heal up heaps. And no need to do anything else. Awesome. Alright. This deck is honestly just amazing. Like, if you're thinking of building a Songhai deck, this would be the one I would definitely recommend to build. Plus, it's also got quite a high skill cap, so you won't get too bored of it. It's definitely not some brainless aggro deck. Okay, just gonna keep 4, 7, 11, 13, 15, 18, 7, 11, 13, 15, 18. Yeah. Alright. So another win against, I think it was probably the same Abyssian player. I don't know if we'll get a rank from that. Yeah, I didn't think we would. Alright, so we have time for at least one more. Hopefully we get a different matchup. But I don't really want to wait for a minute in a recording. It's hard because there's not a ton of close S rank players they can match you with, so that you kind of get a few repeat matchups. But we did get a Magmar, so something different. I wonder what type of Magmar it is. I'm suspecting it will be some kind of aggro Magmar, most likely. I sometimes give 4 drops if I have like a Jaxi or something, or a 2 drop that will stay on the board. But no need to now. I prefer. I don't know if some people do this, but I think some people like just would prefer Tusk Ball there. But you're still playing 2 mana to deny your opponent 1. I always prefer to develop a minion and then go for 2 drops next turn. And it's never too comfortable versing diamond players because you don't really gain ranks, or like you gain like 1 rank if you're a little bit lower beating them, and you lose quite a few versing them, which is not fun. But okay, I think I'll get rid of this. I was gonna go up here and hit him and then kill it with the Tusk Ball, but that seems like it's putting a lot of resources into it, which is not something I want to do. So here I have 2 options. I can play the Tusk Ball here, and then play Jaxi in the middle tile, denying that him from a little bit, or I can play Jaxi and then block off his general from getting to here, which I kind of like because that means he can't trade the Jaxi in, and we can find a better answer. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to play Keeper in 5, most likely. Yeah, let's just do this. I mean, technically we could if he doesn't take it and we somehow focus Jaxi, but I don't even know if I would do that. Maybe. Make sure I leave the stats on, there we go. At least we have had some different matchups in this recording, because normally it's just Songhai and Vitruvian Universe, and I'm a Songhai and Vitruvian player. I've always kind of been one, and I don't fault people for playing them, because if you're a competitive player, you have to play the best deck. So. I wonder if it's Mask of Shadows or look for a. I think I might get rid of. Let's get rid of the Inner Focus. Not a great draw. Okay, let's just get a Cyclone Mask going. Trade here. Trade here. So it's awkward for him because he trades into an egg. This deck, you're definitely playing for board control a lot more than typical Songhai. And I think in this scenario we might almost be the control deck. We don't know what type of Magmar he is for sure. Hopefully not a Keeper here. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if this is a budget deck or just an interesting kind of aggro deck. Okay, let's get rid of a Healing Mystic. It's gonna get broken either way, so let's have a central positioning. Thought about juxtapositioning here, but his general will be able to hit it either way, so we'll just and we'll play around Frenzy just a little bit. We can't play around it too much because we are a little bit trapped in the corner, but it's the best we can do. He's only got 3 cards in hand, so I feel like if we can stay even on board, we'll start to pull away, and we have really high value cards in our hand. He has played Jaxis though, and okay, he's going to play Mercantor. Not too much we could have done about that. We did play around it a little bit, so we will. We'll be okay. What we need now, I think, is definitely well, we can backstab this. Healing. Let's go to Jaxi. Well, yeah. I'm definitely gonna be Mask of Shadowing these probably, so. Yeah. It's just Mask of Shadows. Let's do this so we can play around Mechanical and not get hit by the Jax. Well, actually no, there was no good spawns for Jaxi there, but it's probably actually not one of the bad ones. Oh, I think I would prefer it up here or something. Okay. Let's get rid of this. What have we played that's died? We can just trade off, I guess. So do this, play this here and here. I'll probably be focusing to kill if we need to. Okay, we didn't need to. I should swap these two. Definitely. Is it worth focusing? Well, yeah, we will get it. We won't get the task score back either way, so I think I actually will. Just because I feel like we're in such a nice position now that I don't want to risk anything. I don't want to risk him getting a nice frenzy playoff or something. Let's just make sure we control the board 100%, and we should have all the tools we need otherwise. And what I really like about this deck is how consistent Twilight Sorcerer is, because, most of the time you're playing a 0 mana spell, apart from Spiral Technique, so, you can always pretty much count on being able to use a spell after you play Twilight Sorcerer, which is huge. Okay, so he does clear our board. But we can heal and let's get rid of Jaxi. Okay, let's play this behind our back just in case. Okay. And then, how do we want to play this? I think I would kind of like focus and then play it up here. I guess there's no real need. No, I think I want inner focus. Guarantee that damage a little bit. And we'll play this out here. So he can frenzy here, and that's fine. It's no different to what he would have done anyway. But we're just guaranteeing that damage in case of natural selection or something. Which I think it's fine. We need to start pressuring. Okay, got the natural selection back. Okay, so we don't have a clean answer to this at the moment, but we have lethal, so that's a fairly clean answer actually. Alright, so I don't know, I highly doubt we'll get a rank from that unless we were already pretty close to going to rank 4. Yeah, didn't think so. So we will leave that there. I probably will record. I'll definitely record some more videos with this deck because it is so strong. And I really like Songhai. I like the consistency in Songhai. I like being able to go on massive win streaks in Songhai against S-rank players, which is something you can't always do with even other good decks. I think Vitruvian and Songhai are two of the most consistent decks we've had at the top of the meta, where if you play well, and you're really calculated, you're thinking out all your plays, you can win nearly all your games. The potential is always there, which is something I highly value, especially with the new ladder system. So guys, if you want to see more of this kind of thing, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.